Hello and welcome to the 2025 Bahrain Grand Finals. Once again, we are on the infamous Rotax couch. I'm joined here by Sem Knopjes and Maurits Knopjes. Sam will be competing in the DD2 class this year with Maurits, our previous champion in the E20, rejoining again this year in Bahrain to compete and hopefully defend his title. But Sam, the one thing I wanted to talk to you about and touch on, I've always loved karting with my father. He's always been in the background for me as my mechanic. He always tried to give me some driving pointers, but he was never a driver himself. Your dad is, though, and he gets to spend the time with you on circuit back home. That must be a great feeling.
Yeah, obviously it's a great feeling, and as you say, it's lovely to spend time with your dad doing our hobby and our passion. And obviously he's a driver, so I grew up with my dad as my mechanic, driver coach, and everything that comes with that. And he's taught me basically everything I know. And nowadays, however, when I was younger, he'd teach me everything, how to do it. And nowadays I'm a little bit quicker than he is, but he still gives me pointers out there, and especially before the races, just how to get into things. So that's really lovely.
Maurits, we had a little touch on the pace difference there, but you are a Grand Finals winner. You won last year in the E20 Masters, so you've shown a bit of pace yourself. You've been racing for many, many years, but to be on circuit and share it with your son and share all the emotions with him must be a fantastic feeling.
It is a super feeling, and but I'm also proud, I think he was about 12, 13 when I realized that he was a better driver than me. And now, last year coming to Sarno, and that was his first international race, he finished second. I know how it is to finish second or third, it makes you happy, but so many times you think, oh, I wish I won, so hopefully he can do one better this time. And so do I, I want to try and defend.
Yeah, you sound like a very proud dad, and I'm sure you'll want to see him win it this year in Bahrain. Sam, you were telling me off air that you're not the typical karting route. You haven't been competing consistently since Bambino or Cadets all the way through Minimax, Micro, up and that. You did take a short break. Tell me quickly, how long were you back in the kart before you joined Sarno and put yourself in the front row, finishing second overall in only your first international event?
Yeah, so just to briefly touch on that, I started when I was 5, 6 years old with my dad, going through Micromax, Minimax, and then when I was 12 years old, I stopped driving, and I started again 3 years ago in a local four-stroke championship in the Netherlands, and last year, so 2024, I've gotten back into the DD2 for the first time. We did the Dutch Chrono Karting Championship, which I won last year. Went straight to Sarno. And that was my first international or big race, and I learned more there than throughout the whole season, just from, there's champions from all over the world there. The standard of racing is higher. You learn about how to race in events like that, and I think that really upped my game there. So that's how the flow has gone.
Well, Sam, you touched on the competitiveness of the Rotax Grand Finals and where it is at the moment, 2024 being the year you were there, so the level quite high. Maurits, you've got a different perspective. You've been part of this for a very long time in the Grand Finals. I think you've had 5 visits to the Grand Finals, if not more. 10 visits to the Grand Finals, sorry. But you've had those experiences. Have you noticed the competition get harder and harder every year as, I have? It's gotten closer, it's gotten faster, it's gotten better.
I don't know if I agree with you. I mean, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, there were also some very quick drivers. I mean, think of Cristiano Morgado, those guys, they were also really on the pace. And that's still the case, The Grand Finals is a super competitive event with a special vibe to it that makes it so unique.
You talk about vibe. I think you two bring a lot of that vibe with you, father and son team on circuit together, supporting each other. But in terms of mechanics and running the karts, is that something that you do yourselves, or do you have a team behind you?
No, I'm better in driving than mechanicking, So we have a great team. We drive with Dams. I drive with Mumbai Falcons in the UAE, and I'm better behind the wheel than on the spanners.
Well, it takes a big man to cop up to that. Sam, you drove Sarno, lovely circuit. You've been out here for the first time on Bahrain. Give me a quick overview of what you think of the facilities in this circuit this year.
Sarno was lovely, but in my perspective, Bahrain is even a step up. Just looking at where we are, close to the Formula 1 track, the facility is lovely. You have the elevation in between. You feel like you're on a roller coaster everywhere. And I mean, I've done 2 sessions here now. We've been up there, and the track is really a joy to drive. I'm excited to see what the night brings tonight, first night sessions, so that'll be lovely. I'm looking forward to the rest of the week.
Well, fantastic. That was Maurits and Sem Knopjes. One of them looking to defend a title, the other one looking to better it by one position and take his first grand final title here in Bahrain in 2025. And soon we'll be talking to more and more drivers throughout the day, and we look forward to bringing you more information, more of the vibe, and more of the family affair here at the grand finals.